James Comey was just indicted by the Department of Justice for a second time this afternoon. I'm going to break down all the details that you have to know.
Jonathan, when Comey initially posted that Instagram photo, his caption insinuated that he did not create this shell art formation in the sand. I'm curious if it matters whether, he got a lot of criticism at the time. Everyone was saying, oh, we all know that you actually put that together and then photographed it. Does any of that matter in a legal sense in this case, whether Comey is the originator of that message or whether he just walked by, as he claims to have done, and photographed it?
Well, I have to say, I must be in a parallel universe to be talking about the shell artwork of James Comey. The fact is that it is relevant only to the extent that he might have denied a fact that proved his denial proved to be false to federal officials.
Sorry to stop you, but you mean like if there was a witness or something on the beach who saw him? Is that what you're kind of alluding to?
Well, if he was questioned and gave false information to federal investigators, that could be the basis of a charge. I think that just showing the picture is going to be a weak case in terms of a threat. What's interesting is that the first indictment that was dismissed involved false statements under 18 U.S.C. 1001. And that's the most used provision in terms of false statement prosecutions by the Department of Justice. What's interesting about that dismissal is that it was based on the fact that Lindsay, who was the acting U.S. attorney, was viewed as not properly in her position. That problem has now been cured by James Huntley, who is appointed essentially by the court. Now, it's not clear if they went back and just cured that problem, they're going to reissue part of what they were pursuing under the original indictment, or whether we're talking at this point of something that is a new charge.
So we don't know exactly what the contents of the indictment are. We don't know the jurisdiction that it's in, so this is breaking as we speak. What we do know, though, is that he has been indicted by a grand jury, and that this seems to be, according to Jonathan Turley and people that are much smarter than all of us on this, maybe the first step in a sequence there that the Department of Justice is going to take. As you recall, Comey was let off his first indictment on a technicality, and Turley got at that. And this is all, again, going back to, in this instance, this Instagram post that Comey made, and it was this one specifically with the Seashells, 8647. 86 is a common term in the restaurant industry for cancel, right? Or get off, or don't order. Like, for example, 86 pickles or mustard would be no pickles or mustard. The bigger issue, though, is that there was a leading charge after Comey posted this, with everybody with a brain knowing what he was trying to get at. He was trying to get at, in effect, canceling Donald Trump. Well, how would you do that? Well, if you're a raving lunatic on the left, you could probably guess that there's a number of ways that those morons would do it. You don't need to look too far in our past. Just look at the White House Correspondents' Dinner and what some of those on the left are willing to do. So, now we're in a case, though, or in a situation where we have these clout chasers like Brian Krassenstein, who's sitting here 86 on the left saying, hey, I'm going to say 8647 now, and you know what I mean. I mean the same thing that James Comey did.
47. Yeah, I'm saying it. 8647. 8647. Todd Blanche, Kash Patel, 8647. I'm just saying it right now. What does it mean? What do you think it means? It means exactly what the Webster Dictionary says. It means to get rid of somebody, as in throw them out of a bar. That's usually how it's used.
Right. Get rid of somebody, as in throw them out of a bar. That's not how it's used, and that's not how Comey expected it to be used. I'm going to leave you with this. This is a message from James Comey on the eve of Donald Trump being sworn in for his second term. This is what he had to say.
My family and I have known for years that there are costs to standing up to Donald Trump, but we couldn't imagine ourselves living any other way. We will not live on our knees, and you shouldn't either. Somebody that I love dearly recently said that fear is the tool of a tyrant, and she's right. But I'm not afraid, and I hope you're not either. I hope instead you are engaged, you are paying attention, and you will vote like your beloved country depends upon it, which it does. My heart is broken for the Department of Justice, but I have great confidence in the federal judicial system, and I'm innocent. So let's have a trial and keep the faith.
Oh, we will have a trial. We're going to have a number of trials because, as we all know, Comey is the poster child for the swamp. He was absolutely renegade in his application of law, and clearly there's more to come if you again look at the statements from Jonathan Turley. So I'm curious what your thoughts are on this breaking news of James Comey being indicted for a second time. My guess is this is going to be a sequence and that the 8647 is just the first step. Curious what you think. Our very next story is going to be one you're not going to want to miss. That's where we break down, again, breaking news that the Quality Leering Center in Minneapolis, Minnesota, which was exposed as a fraudulent play in Tim Walz's state of Minnesota, well, they got raided along with 20 other facilities in Minneapolis this morning by the FBI. I'm going to give you all the details on that. It's a story that you're not going to want to miss. It's coming up next.